Many of us don't realize until later in life that the intense emotions we might experience throughout our life could actually be related to adoption trauma and grief. Because society not only pretends this trauma doesn't exist, it also denies its existence by pretending it isn't real. Infants only a few days old can record long-term memories. Infants do not think, but they do process emotions, and long-term memories are stored as affective schemas. Geansbauer, 2002. The limbic system is the part of the brain involved in our emotional responses, especially when it comes to behaviors we need for survival, feeding, reproduction, and fight or flight responses. The noncognitive motivator of human behavior is the limbic system, which creates memory and emotion on a nonverbal level. Adoptions, frequently sold as a win-win to the adults, can't prevent an adoptee from one day waking up to the awareness that there has been a significant traumatic loss in their lives. Losing our mother, especially right after being born, and not knowing our roots or where we come from, intensifies our grief and confusion, leading to an emotional rollercoaster. It is normal for adoptees to struggle emotionally and not understand why we have such overwhelming feelings that we cannot express in words. How can we ask for help if we can't identify the problem? Our preverbal brain stored this memory as an affective schema without the ability to name it and make sense of it. In addition, we deal with gaslighting from society, conditioned to further invalidate our emotions and disenfranchise the adoptee from the powerful grief that is in long-term memory. Under normal circumstances, when a loved one dies, we have a funeral to help people grieve. Not so for adopted people. The loss of our mother and the entire family is a literal death to us as babies, and for many adopted people, there is no funeral or place to grieve this enormous loss or process our trauma. Because society loves to celebrate our adoption without acknowledging what we have lost, adoptees grieve in silence and isolation, many never starting or completing a proper grief process. Instead, we feel guilt, shame, and a sense of indebtedness towards our adoptive parents. We might not even know that what we're feeling is actual grief related to the trauma of losing our parents. To help adopted people, we need to fundamentally change the way we view adoption for this compounded trauma to finally end and start helping adoptees process emotions and grief in a healthy way.